Introduction. Welcome to today's lecture on histology, where we will be exploring the intricate details of various topics related to gastrointestinal physiology. The gastrointestinal tract plays a crucial role in the digestion, absorption, and elimination of food, and understanding its histological aspects is essential for medical students. In this lecture, we will delve into the complexities of gastrointestinal motility, the enteric nervous system, nutrient transport, gastric acid secretion regulation, bile formation, intestinal microbiota, pancreatic enzyme deficiencies, gastric mucosa, gluten-related disorders, hepatic steatosis, gallstones, inflammatory bowel diseases, and their histopathology. So, let us embark on this fascinating journey through the microscopic world of the gastrointestinal system. Gastrointestinal motility refers to the movement of food through the various parts of the digestive system. This intricate process involves coordinated contractions of smooth muscle layers that generate propulsive and mixing movements. The smooth muscle layers are comprised of an inner circular and an outer longitudinal layer. The circular layer contracts to narrow the lumen, while the longitudinal layer shortens the segment. This alternating pattern of contraction propels food along the digestive tract. The motor activity in the gastrointestinal tract is regulated by the enteric nervous system, which we will discuss in detail in the next topic. However, it's worth mentioning that various factors, such as hormones, neurotransmitters, and intrinsic pacemaker cells known as interstitial cells of Cajal, contribute to the regulation of gastrointestinal motility. Gastric motility involves contractions that mix food with gastric secretions, while small intestinal motility allows for the absorption of nutrients and the propulsion of undigested material towards the large intestine. The enteric nervous system, ENS, is often referred to as the second brain of the digestive system due to its complex neural network. It is composed of two interconnected plexuses, namely the myenteric plexus, Auerbach's plexus, and the submucosal plexus, Meissner's plexus, which are embedded within the gastrointestinal wall. The myenteric plexus primarily regulates gastrointestinal motility, coordinating the rhythmic contractions required for peristalsis. It receives inputs from both the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, which modulate the activity of the ENS. The submucosal plexus, on the other hand, is responsible for regulating local secretion, blood flow, and nutrient absorption. It integrates sensory information from mechanoreceptors and chemoreceptors. The ENS also communicates bidirectionally with the central nervous system, CNS, through the autonomic nervous system, forming the gut-brain axis. This intricate connection allows for the intricate regulation of gastrointestinal function, including motility, secretion, and blood flow, in response to various physiological and psychological factors. Enterocytes are specialized cells in the small intestine that absorb nutrients. They have microvilli that increase their surface area. Nutrients like glucose, galactose, and fructose are transported into enterocytes through specific carriers. Proteins are broken down into amino acids and lipids into fatty acids and monoglycerides, which are then absorbed into enterocytes and transported into the bloodstream. The regulation of gastric acid secretion involves multiple factors, primarily controlled by the hormone gastrin. Gastrin stimulates the secretion of hydrochloric acid, HCl, by parietal cells through the activation of proton pumps. Other factors like acetylcholine, histamine, and somatostatin also influence acid secretion, maintaining a balanced and controlled process. Bile is formed in liver cells and contains bile salts that help digest and absorb dietary fats. After secretion, bile flows through bile ducts to the gallbladder for storage. Upon stimulation by a hormone, bile is released into the small intestine for fat digestion. Bile salts are then reabsorbed in the intestine, returned to the liver, and resecreted into bile for further use. The human intestine houses a diverse community of microorganisms called the intestinal microbiota. These microorganisms aid in the digestion of complex carbohydrates, produce vitamins, and protect against pathogens. Imbalances in the microbiota can lead to gastrointestinal disorders. Understanding this relationship is vital for maintaining gut health. In summary, the pancreas produces enzymes for digestion. Deficiencies in these enzymes can lead to malabsorption. Amylase breaks down carbohydrates, lipase digests fats, and proteases break down proteins. Conditions like pancreatitis can cause deficiencies. Symptoms include fat in the stool and deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins. Treatment involves enzyme replacement therapy. The gastric mucosa protects the stomach from damage and consists of two regions, the oxyntic and antral mucosa. PUD is caused by H. pylori infection, which disrupts mucosal defense mechanisms. Ulcers are associated with symptoms and can be treated with antibiotics and acid-suppressing medications. Gluten-related disorders, including celiac disease, non-celiac gluten sensitivity, and wheat allergy, are characterized by adverse reactions to gluten. These can range from immune responses and damage to the small intestinal lining to allergic reactions. Treatment involves avoiding gluten-containing foods. Hepatic steatosis, or fatty liver disease, is the accumulation of excess fat in liver cells. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, refers to fatty liver disease not caused by alcohol. NAFLD can progress to non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH, fibrosis, and cirrhosis. Insulin resistance and metabolic factors contribute to its development. Lifestyle modifications and pharmacological therapies are used in treatment. Gallstones are solid deposits that form in the gallbladder or bile ducts. They can be composed of cholesterol or bilirubin and can range in size. Gallstone formation can be influenced by various factors and can cause symptoms, such as abdominal pain and nausea. Inflammation of the gallbladder, known as cholecystitis, can result from gallstone impaction and can require surgical removal of the gallbladder. Inflammatory bowel diseases, IBD, such as Crohn's disease, CD, and ulcerative colitis, UC, are chronic conditions characterized by inflammation of the gastrointestinal tract. CD involves inflammation throughout the intestinal wall, leading to complications like strictures and fistulas. UC primarily affects the colon and rectum, causing ulceration and symptoms like bloody diarrhea. Histopathological examination is important for diagnosis, and treatment involves medications and sometimes surgery. System, and the structural components of the digestive organs. By recognizing the different layers of the gastrointestinal tract, as well as the specialized cells involved in digestion and absorption, students will be prepared to diagnose and treat a variety of digestive disorders in their future medical practice.